What would you do if you woke up in a strange place with no memory of your past? What if that place was surrounded by a deadly, ever-changing labyrinth? And what if the only way out was hidden within the maze itself, guarded by terrifying creatures? The Maze Runner throws us straight into a gripping mystery. A boy named Thomas wakes up in a metal elevator with no memory except for his name. He finds himself in the Glade, a massive open area enclosed by towering stone walls. Other boys are trapped there too, all of them clueless about their past. The only escape? A massive, shifting maze filled with deadly creatures called grievers. But why are they here? Who put them in this prison? And more importantly, can they escape before it's too late? The story of Maze Runner begins with a jolt. A young boy named Thomas wakes up in a dark, claustrophobic elevator, the walls pressing in on him as it ascends with an eerie, mechanical groan. His mind is blank, a void where his memories should be. Panic sets in as he realizes he has no recollection of who he is, where he came from, or why he is trapped in this moving cage. When the elevator grinds to a halt, light floods in as the doors slide open. Thomas is yanked into the open air by a group of teenage boys, all staring at him with expressions ranging from curiosity to suspicion. He is disoriented, gasping for breath as he takes in his surroundings. The place he has arrived in is unlike anything he has ever seen before. A vast open space surrounded by towering stone walls that seem to stretch endlessly into the sky. This place is called the Glade. The Glade is a carefully structured society, a self-sustaining community inhabited by dozens of boys, all of whom arrived in the same manner as Thomas. They have no memories of their past lives, only their names, and have worked together to create a functioning settlement. There are wooden huts, cultivated fields, and a system of order that ensures their survival. Yet beyond the walls that enclose them lies the unknown, a massive shifting labyrinth known as the Maze. The Maze is an enigma, a prison of stone corridors that rearrange themselves every night. No one knows why they're trapped inside it or who put them there, but one thing is certain: it is dangerous. Deadly creatures called grievers lurk within its depths, monstrous biomechanical entities that attack anyone caught inside after dark. The Gladers live by one simple rule: never stay in the maze past sundown. The boys have established different roles to maintain order. There are farmers who tend to crops, builders who construct and repair shelters, and the most elite of them all, the runners. These are the fastest and most fearless of the Gladers, tasked with mapping the maze by day and racing back before nightfall. The leader of the Glade is Albie, a firm but fair boy who ensures the community adheres to strict rules. His second-in-command, Newt, is level-headed and compassionate, while Minho, the lead runner, is skilled and sharp-witted, possessing an unparalleled knowledge of the maze's shifting patterns. Before we reveal the shocking truth about Wicked and the real purpose of the maze, make sure to subscribe for more mind-blowing movie recaps and theories. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Thomas, though overwhelmed, feels an inexplicable connection to the maze. A sense of familiarity nags at him, as if he's been here before. He is drawn to the runners, watching them with fascination as they sprint through the looming stone corridors. Something inside him tells him he was meant for this, but his arrival disturbs the delicate balance of the Glade. Strange occurrences follow, and the boys begin to grow wary of him. The biggest disruption comes only days later. The elevator, which typically delivers supplies and a new boy once a month, suddenly arrives again. This time, it brings something entirely unexpected: a girl. Her name is Teresa, and she is the first female to ever arrive in the Glade. Clutched in her hand is a crumpled note that reads, "She's the last one, ever." Teresa's presence sends ripples of uncertainty through the Glade. Unlike the other newcomers, she arrives unconscious, only to awaken with a start, screaming Thomas's name. Yet she does not know why. Her arrival coincides with even more ominous changes. The maze doors, which had always closed at night to keep the grievers out, suddenly remain open, leaving the Gladers vulnerable to attack. Fear spreads like wildfire. The once safe haven of the Glade becomes a hunting ground as grievers invade, picking off the boys one by one. In the chaos, Thomas's determination to understand the maze intensifies. When Albie is stung by a griever and falls into a coma-like state called the Changing, Thomas steps forward, risking everything to help. Defying orders, he charges into the maze alongside Minho in a desperate attempt to save Albie. As night falls, grievers swarm, their grotesque mechanical limbs clicking and whirring as they pursue their prey. Against all odds, Thomas and Minho survive by outwitting the creatures, a feat never accomplished before. When they return to the glade, Thomas is hailed as a hero, but not by all. Gally, one of the Gladers, views Thomas as a threat. He believes Thomas's arrival triggered the collapse of their fragile society, and that breaking the rules will lead to their downfall. Tensions rise as divisions form among the boys, with some siding with Thomas and his newfound theories about the maze. Determined to uncover the truth, Thomas volunteers to undergo the Changing, a painful process that sometimes restores fragments of memory. Through his suffering, he recalls glimpses of his past. He and Teresa were part of an organization called Wicked, a group responsible for creating the maze as an experiment to study their behavior. The Gladers are test subjects, observed and manipulated for an unknown purpose. With this revelation, Thomas pushes forward. He and the runners discover that the maze follows a pattern, and the shifting walls form a code. Solving it is the only way out. As their last hope, the Gladers band together to make a final desperate escape. The journey through the maze is harrowing. They face deadly traps, relentless grievers, and the ever-present fear that they may not all make it. Albie sacrifices himself to buy them time, a loss that weighs heavily on their hearts. The survivors press on, solving the code and unlocking the exit. What awaits them, however, is not salvation, but another mystery. They emerge into a sterile industrial facility where they're met by armed soldiers. The relief of escape is short-lived as they learn the horrifying truth. The maze was only the beginning. Wicked's experiments are far from over, and the world outside is in ruins. They've been pawns in a much larger scheme. The film ends on a chilling note, leaving audiences with more questions than answers. The journey is far from over, and the battle against Wicked has only just begun. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more thrilling recaps.